Welcome back to AniPeeps, the best thing since sliced bread. I'm one of your co-hosts as always, Boom. And today we got a good one for you. But before that, along with me, the boys as always, we got Mighty Mo and Boggs Benny. How y'all feeling today?
I'm doing good. Got another exciting topic for you guys. At least exciting for me and Mo, and hopefully the viewers. Because
It's a
I
juicy
I
one.
guess I'll let Boom talk about what we do a little bit later. But yeah, I'm doing good.
How about
Mo.
you, Mighty?
Sure. Juicy one, man. Very excited for today.
Yes, sir. So we are going to start a new series, right? And today we're going to do my top 10 favorite animes. And then eventually we're also going to do Mighty's and Boggs as well.
Ooh.
But we start off with the
Starting off,
best for the
starting off
first.
big with top 10 animes.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty excited.
100%, dude. I think for me, why I want to do this, because I started rewatching some shows, man. And I looked at my Mal list, and I said, dang, my stuff is
Yeah,
totally different right now.
Sorry, it's fair that you go first, and then if you get roasted for your
Whoa.
anime taste, and kind of fits in with your
Whoa.
name there, so it's okay.
Come on, man. Before
Starting off
that,
with the boom. That's for sure.
have you guys seen? It's off topic, but have you guys seen like TikTok guy Boom? Is it a boom or doom? I'll send it to y'all later.
No. All right.
No.
Dang. But as always, here's a meme of the day. We got a juicy one today. Me explaining when I changed my profile picture, how it symbolized a new arc in my life.
Do you all agree?
Sir, man.
I do.
We all had that transition from a Dragon Ball Z character to anime waifu, man. That was that turn of events in our life.
Boggs
I
haven't
think
made
I
that transition
started,
yet.
I think maybe with One Piece. But yeah, I think I guess right now all have female characters as our avatars.
Dude, for
Do you guys go by aesthetic, shows, characters? How do you guys
um for me, like
yeah.
I don't know if you noticed last time we seen each other, Boggs, but my phone profile, like the lock screen. Right now, I've been rocking with Musashi. I'm on
Oh
that
yeah.
arc right now.
That's very aesthetics, and that's like a good lock screen too. Like it's
Oh,
aesthetic. If someone random sees it,
if you know, you know,
it's not like a screaming weeb. So
True, dude.
that's fair for lock screen.
But it's super cringe. But like, I remember, like, I was like, "Yo, should I do this right now?" And I felt lazy, and I was like, "Yo, what would Musashi do?" I'm on,
What would Musashi do?
I'm on that arc in my life, man. Enlightening.
Yeah, anytime you have some big life decisions to make, just turn on your phone and think, what would Musashi do?
It's so epic because it's when he's like praying that pose.
Yeah. No, that was a nice screensaver you got there.
How you feeling about it, Mo? What's your go-to right now?
Man. I've got when my phone goes into like fitness mode when I'm working out, I've got a Rock Lee background pic that comes up. Keeps me motivated, man. That boy never gave up. Even had his arm and leg broken. So every time I'm feeling tired mid set, man, I look at that picture and remember I gotta keep going.
So
That's what Rock Lee would do.
Anime saves lives.
I know. Boggs is hitting that Baki in his profile picture.
No.
Too yoked.
No, my screensaver is just Land of the Lustrous. I think it's like second, third, last chapter, and then I guess we could all see our PFPs here. Moe's, it's kind of hard to tell. It's
licorice,
subtle,
right?
low-key. It's very I don't know, the aesthetic, like looking from afar kind of gives me like old school anime vibes for some reason.
I was getting like like detective and like I don't know how to describe.
Probably the wall in the back.
It's like a
Probably the
spotlight.
wall.
Yeah.
Spotlight kind of shot, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell at first, but yeah, I just like how she's doing the peace sign over her mouth.
I do like it though. I like the colors too.
I guess mine hasn't changed since Inori's birthday, because I think this is like happy birthday Inori picture that I did for one of our recordings, and I never change it, but it's okay.
It's a nice one. All right,
Thank
but
you. I
without
didn't draw it.
without further ado, fellas, are y'all ready for my top 10 favorite
I'm
animes?
excited. How are we going about this? I'm assuming.
We're to go from 10 to
So
1. Does that
first,
kill your
okay,
5?
so it is ranked.
Yeah.
It's 1 through 10. Okay.
Yep. Well, before that, I'll get into that in a second. I do got like 3 honorable mentions. I'll just briefly say. Again, depending on my mood, it could have been on top 10. You know, it just depends. 'Cause these shows are
feel
like
that.
right there though.
I
They're on
feel
the
like
bench. They're on the bench.
I don't know how it is for you guys. I feel like my probably like top five's like pretty like
Interchangeable.
like my top five is like undoubtedly in my top 10, and then
No matter what,
five
right?
to 10 5 to 10 could be like interchange with any of probably like my whatever, like top 25 or something, like you said.
Yeah.
It depends on the mood.
I would
feel like
say
I could swap it out.
yeah. And then once you guys see my list, I would definitely say 1 is always locked, but 2 through 10 like literally could switch up.
2 through 10.
You guys might be like, "Whoa, I didn't like this time around. This was in my top 10 because maybe I rewatched some stuff or just how I was feeling, you know."
This is your top 10 at the moment. I understand.
Yeah. Again, and then I try to do like I'll get into it, but I try to do like completed, not completed, but like if it's just one season, it's hard to judge, right? Because it could just fall off. Promise Neverland, but
Cough. Yeah, no, I feel
Gotcha. So yours does include all completed
no,
series then?
no,
Or
but
multiple seasons at least.
yeah, besides maybe one show, but
you're giving more. You're saying you're giving more credits to shows that you would consider your top 10 that you
if it's
had, like,
completed, you know, I
few
can justify it
seasons.
more. I'm
It's
like,
okay, yeah. I get it.
but yeah, without further ado, here is a couple of my honorable mentions here. The first one, the one and only, I gotta say, fellas,
Oh
went
man,
back,
it's trolling us.
rewatched it.
Y'all here trolling us, man. That ain't a good start.
I kid,
Mo.
fellas. I kid. This is the real one.
That's not cool, bro. Not cool.
Okay, now that's not cool, man. Not cool.
Clan after story, man. What can I say? Bug eyes.
Absolute masterpiece. I will take absolutely zero Kleinad. I'll take Kleinad slander, but no Kleinad after story slander allowed here.
I don't know. I didn't know which one it was. So I didn't want to say the title. I was gonna wait for you to say it.
Yeah, that's after story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, on to the real ones. Honorable mention. First one, I think I talked about it.
Watch the show, and it'll be on your top 10 list.
maybe. The first one, My Love Story. I think I briefly talked about it before, but I really do love the characters. Completed show too, so that's a bonus. But this is just such a wholesome, good watch. Really do enjoy it. It's kind of sad it didn't break my top 10, but still want to show it some love. For sure.
And again, like, depending on the mood, it could be top 10. It just sucks for like shoujo, like a lot of shoujo series. It just sucks because it's nice because it does end on a good note, but a lot of shoujo series they just never fully adapt. Like this Kaicho Maid Sama. I guess we are getting like Kimi ni Todoke, but pretty much most shoujo series they ended at a good spot, but it always makes you want more and have to end up reading the manga, which is fine. I guess that's the objective of producing these animes, but hopefully by some miracle there'll be some more future seasons for you, even though I doubt it.
I don't know, man. It's been a while, right?
Yeah. Hey, we got Spice and Wolf.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this helps, but like the American adaptation for the manga just started going again, so maybe that's a good sign. But
oh, nice.
So, but we'll see. Some other honorable mentions here. This one really, I was like, up to recording, I was debating because this show, in my opinion, has a lot of everything I like comedy, emotion, good story, and good characters, man. But
Good memes too.
it does, man. This is from like the opening, and I love this scene too because I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but you see the girl on the that's in the middle, you just see him smack the fuck out of the main character in the opening.
Right, and what show is this one?
Baraka no Mono. Might have butchered that, but it's a good one. Mo, I wouldn't be shocked this is in your top 10 next time. Let's get to it.
We'll see if I get to it, man.
It's pretty short.
You know
I think
that
it's like
list is long.
the plan to watch, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I Boggs may have watched or read it, but I'm not really sure. But
No, I have not.
let's get to it then, my friend. Let's get to it.
Same excuse as Mo.
Oh, come on, man. But yeah,
I mean, I love me my like slice of life / comedy type show. So
mhm.
eventually, I'm sure I'll get to it.
And like yeah, it's a really good show. I was really like it was because it could have been switched in from anywhere from 8 to 10. You know, I could have just switched it in there, put a little bit more diversity in my list, but
Fair enough.
I had to leave it out this time. Let's just say, but yeah. Last one I know we all watched, and you guys might be shocked 'cause it's such a great show, but I know there's 2 seasons, but I couldn't justify putting it in top 10 yet, you know. But Danger's in
I
my
thought-
heart.
I was kind of worried you'd say something else. I'll get to that if it'll be on your list. But
Yeah.
I think we
As soon
might
as
have
you
been
said
thinking
two-
the same thing.
as soon as you said 2 seasons, I was like, okay, never mind. But I mean, at least it made honorable mentions, I guess.
And it did
Probably
get
one of the best
the medal for
romance.
the most honorable mention.
Nice,
but-
nice. Number 1 honorable mention.
the top honorable mention, right? But love this show. We went to the expo, got some merch I'm happy about. The characters, the story, man, such a good one, but not yet in the top 10 for sure.
Fair enough. Direction's great, music's great, character's great.
I also didn't want to be
Story's
like
incredible.
too recency biased, you know, because it just aired, but I want to get it time to breathe, you know what I mean?
Is this you throwing shots at me?
No.
Influenced from recency bias?
No,
No, that's fair. I mean, I think we're all glad to see it at least mentioned. So.
Yeah. And I kind of want to rewatch it maybe in a couple months just to see how I'm still feeling about it too.
Mm.
So I got to say, I think most of the shows in my
Also
top 10 I have rewatched, so.
Yeah, so it's newest show on the list as well.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
So far at least.
Yeah. I know Boggs likes this show. How about you, Mo? You like it?
Oh yeah, I love this show. So I mean, I understand your reasoning for not putting it in the top 10. Just that how new it is.
Yeah, but it's
But-
such a good show, man.
It's fantastic, man. One of
It-
the few
it-
that like from the first episode I was like, this is gonna be a 10 for me.
Not gonna lie, I didn't like the first couple. While Kyotaro was a bit
Still
of a
murderous.
edgelord. Yeah, but no, it's funny. I think the show really excels at what it does. So, yeah, probably one of the top romance anime that we've seen in the last few years. So, all right, yeah, I'm excited to see the true rankings now. So,
Now we get into the juicy bits, my friend. So
how shocked do you think? You think you're gonna catch me and Mo off guard, or at least for some?
I don't know. I feel like I've talked like about all these shows.
Yeah.
If
I
I
mean,
were to
it's probably gonna be the same for us.
I think maybe like 8 out of 10. You guys would guess, or
Yeah.
maybe not. Maybe 10. Maybe 10. But maybe the
I'm
order
more
will
curious of-
trick you up.
Yeah. I'm more curious of how you're gonna rank these.
But yeah, this is my number 10. I don't want to say, do you guys have any guesses? I will give you the guesses for like top 3. But 10 is just so vast, you know. And I don't want you to name a show that might be on the list, but
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to name maybe your first place
whoa,
out of nowhere.
come
So
on, dude,
let's just
give you a
no
hint.
spoilers from
Starts
no
with a
accidental
T,
spoilers from me and Mo.
ends with the
Oh,
R.
Takagi. Oh, Tokyo Revengers? Better not be.
And at number 10, no. Number 10, a show I really liked, Cyberpunk, my friends.
Yeah.
I mean, the art, the music. I really love the story. I didn't play the game. I don't think any of it maybe, but I didn't play the game before watching, but it's my first introduction to like the universe. I really enjoyed this, my man.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't play enough to say I played. I played a little bit when the Xbox One was a bit broken, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I don't know how Mo feels about it, but this is also like a recent series that I could like totally can see you justify why it's in your top 10. Like,
And I felt like at the time, like it was really hype when it like everyone started
Mm.
watching it, but like you don't want to watch it because you think it's like based on the video game, like that bias, and then you actually start watching it and it's like fire.
Mm.
uh,
I actually had like the Netflix bias. Like a lot of Netflix original stuff just tend
Not
to
so
be kind
good.
of made.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, but people hype it up because it's on Netflix. It's so accessible. But yeah, I mean, this is one of the ones that blew me away, man. For
Yes,
being a
sir.
Netflix one, it was.
yeah, for
I
sure.
stand this, man. It's a good number 10.
I mean, Studio, yeah, Trigger don't miss, and I think this is one that no this so this is one like you said, Boom. Like first like when this came out, it was popping.
Hmm.
So this is one I actually just didn't watch, and I just saved it for a rainy day, and then
Easy one day watch too.
probably yeah, I think maybe like between 6 months to a year after it aired, something like that. I binge watched it, and like you said, easily binge. Um, exciting, exciting, pretty much throughout the whole series. Like, uh, I don't know how this would have done if it released differently. Like if they did, an
Like
episode a week
seasonal.
kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like if they did an episode a week versus because this is like one of those where you could easily binge to like end of the episode you want more.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just so packed for like a 10 episode series.
Hmm.
Character design's incredible. Um, yeah, like the fight scene with his face Smasher.
Oh,
That was
I
dope.
don't remember names, but yeah,
Like even like when David does the move where he kind of like teleports.
they're super fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and even when they start, tweaking, yeah,
Cybercosis.
everything's
Flip
good
My
it.
on the
fan.
show. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and I don't know about you guys, but I had to watch it dubbed first, then sub because I was watching with friends. But the dub was
Mhm.
actually not bad. It was actually pretty good,
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised actually.
and it
I
was.
haven't seen it dubbed, but
Yeah, I mean, I've watched this I think 3 times now because I just recently rewatched it like 3 months ago. But the sub was definitely better, but the dub was like sometimes the dub is like bad.
yeah, I'd say most times.
Yeah, like
But I
besides
think that's just
Vegeta dubbed.
bias. But
Vegeta dub's
a
OP.
few of them do it right.
But yeah,
But
like
if you like dub, you like dub. That's fine.
Lucy for sure. I was also putting some stuff where I forgot to mention the top 10. I will name like my top characters from that anime too. And for this one, it's Lucy's definitely number one, man. Her design, her like,
Yeah, her design's amazing.
and like the way in the beginning she wasn't shy, but like she kept to herself and it started open. I love that too.
I'm a big fan of like kind of like 02 where they have the red on their eyes like that. I think it looks really good.
You talking about like
But
the eyeshadow or like inside the eye?
yeah, like the I don't know what it's called, but that red that's like on the
Yeah,
outer rim of
underneath
the
the eye.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I don't know about Mo. I'm a Rebecca guy,
I
so
was about to mention that's my number two for
oh, yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah.
I I am with Boom. I'm a Lucy guy,
Yes,
especially
sir.
that like the holographic looking hair is so
No, it's
unique
so yeah,
too.
it's so
I
clean.
love the
It's
look of that.
cyberpunk.
So nice, man.
Yeah,
She was
the
one of the
color of
ones
the
that
hair is
helped me
nice.
turn towards the short hair waifus, man.
Oh, right on,
Oh,
right on. Oh, and we just talked
yeah,
about that too. Right on, right on.
Yeah.
yeah. The hair color is great.
And
Reminds me of like
I have seen.
like
Sorry to
like a
interrupt, but I have seen like
no,
they might do like a spin-off, right? Where it's another anime. Which if it's, I don't think it's gonna hit as hard, but the animation in this I love so much that I'm definitely gonna
yeah.
watch, but just might not hit as hard though.
And even the vibes during like the action packed part, like I see you got the photo on the bottom right there,
Yeah.
like scenes like that too. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, a lot of like the character kind of relationships between like David and Lucy, like
Even Rebecca and
Rebecca was a
the
ride or
whole
yeah,
crew too.
yeah, like Rebecca was a ride or die with David. Maine was a Chad. Like I just remember watching this and like just because I binge it too, and it's like I like if you wait 6 to 12 months to watch it, like
Still good.
you know what happens at the end, and I was aware. I wasn't 100% certain of it, but like I was pretty sure at the end what was gonna happen was gonna happen. So
Dang.
just seeing some of the things transpire is kind of like, dude, what are you doing, man? Just,
Boggs, you keep beating me to the punch, my man. Because I was about to say
oh,
why I like this show was the ending, man. It was like a bittersweet, you know. It's
and to the viewers, we will
sheesh.
probably be getting into spoiler territory for Cyberpunk now. So,
It's
if you
yeah,
haven't seen
but
it, definitely go watch and skip ahead to number 9.
like you said, you could tell from the beginning. Like you obviously know he'll go crazy, right? Cybercosis.
Yeah,
Once again, drop
yeah,
that word.
a lot of red flags or death flags.
But like this scene, dude, and then the song playing, "I Want to Stay at Your House," man, that was playing.
Yeah,
Dude,
and even the
I
other scene when I think like David's falling off the sky, or was it Lucy? I forgot which, but
oh
just
my
the
gosh.
aesthetics of this is so dope, man.
I'm not
It's
gonna
so
front.
cool.
I wanted that jacket, dude. The jacket was dope too, man.
That is cool. Go to your local fire station and get it.
Such a good
But
show, man.
yeah, I don't know if Mo remembers. When I binge it, I think me and Mo were walking the dogs, and I was telling him like, dude, like, oh, shit, man, this I'll put in my top 10 for a bit. Again, I very swayed by recency bias, but
Hmm.
no, I totally understand it. It's a great show, um, and yeah, just how much they did in 10 episodes is it's quite a feat.
Yes, sir. But before I wrap this one up, top three characters definitely Lucy, Rebecca, and then David too. I really like David as well. But
Yeah,
yeah. Anything you guys want to add before I go on to the number 9 though?
I think I said my fair share.
You don't want to mention your
Yeah,
favorite character box?
I did.
all covered. I did
No,
like
man, not
Maine.
him. Yeah, Maine was
Uh,
dope.
yeah, David's
Dude,
like
fuck this guy,
mentor, the
man.
guy, the leader. Yeah, fuck the arm, dude.
Yo, change this. It's distracting me.
Yeah, I know, I
It's
know.
it's too fast.
Boggs for real thought it was he was getting with Lucy, man.
Oh man, not gonna lie, I was like, dude, if they're a thing, man, I'm dropping this show. But well, yeah, Mo, what were you saying about Maine?
No, no, he was a dope character,
Oh
man. It
yeah,
was even his whole arc, seeing him slowly lose himself, and then
yeah,
like it's where David should have learned his lesson, was
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
seeing him go through
yeah,
it, and
and
they
it's
even
not like I
said like you're
don't.
following in his footsteps and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't. It's not like I don't get where David's coming from. It's kind of like you know, um, like the whole premise of like the cyberpunk thing too is like people down in the trenches, and they, it's like a live fast die young kind of thing, like you risk it all to make it to the top kind of lifestyle. So like I definitely do get why David, you know,
He made that choice.
kept made that choice. Uh, but yeah, it was also kind of sad to see, Lucy kind of go AFK for a little bit while she was doing her own little thing to try to save David,
Mm-hmm.
while David's, kind of climbing up the ladder while he's losing himself.
Then it
Uh,
cut to him jacked, remember, on the couch?
yeah, yeah, like giga yoked, living with Lucy. But yeah, I think that made the climax, I think, even better too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that final battle and everything like that. Um, and yeah, the end scene with the moon,
That
the
made it.
music.
And the songs, too. The soundtrack
Yeah.
is so good, man.
hmm
But yeah, number.
Opening ED too, great.
Mm-hmm. And then that was my number 10. But up next is number 9. This one, spoiler alert, great songs as well. This one's one of the ones, I would say this one and the other ones, the ones that haven't finished yet. I guess maybe 3 of the shows haven't finished yet. But this one, I really do enjoy it. Beastars.
Oh, nice, nice.
Can't wait for the new season. I think it's coming up soonish, I believe. Can't come soon enough though. This one, I don't know if you guys have watched it yet, but great characters, and I'm a big animation person. I do not like CGI, and I was gonna stop watching it when I realized it was CGI, but this one was the story, and even the way they did CGI kind of fit the story too, so I wasn't too mad about it, and stick with it, and then happened to be on number 9, fellas.
Yeah. No, this is one I know you've talked to
Mm-hmm.
both me and Mo about. So definitely on the watch list. I just have some gripe with this show being
Don't say it.
Land of the Lustrous fan, and
Oh, I thought you were gonna
no,
say the B word.
no. I
If you
watch a
know, you know.
diverse. Yeah, but yeah, just the fact that because this one's final season's announced coming out soon, right? Like I
think
think this year, next year or
I think
something.
fall maybe, dude, or maybe early next year. It's either fall or early next year.
Yeah, and it might be just like the timing of this too, because like I think like yesterday or something, Studio Orange like announced that they're they're doing another anime, and meanwhile I'm just waiting for Land of the Lustrous season 2. But no, I'm I don't mind CGI at all, honestly, like unless it's bad. But this looks like a good one. There's a few other ones I like a lot too, but I mean I'm definitely not turned off by kind of like the aesthetics or anything like that. But I think if I when I do watch Beastars, eventually it'll be something I'm kind of going in blind. Because not gonna lie, like even though you've talked to me a lot about this show, I really don't know
It's super it's
what
super
premise or
weird,
anything is
man.
Yeah.
about.
Cause like the world.
I think that's what that's what you said. So like I mean I'm glad I could go into it like completely blind. So I mean
Cause
this is a on the watch list for sure, and
nice.
one I will be excited to watch.
Cause like as you guys can tell, it's like animals. So it's an animal world, right?
hmm
But it's like a weird dynamic where like, cause there's a wolf and a rabbit next to each other, lions next to deers, right? There's like agreements and nobody will eat other people, and then stuff starts happening, right? It's like mystery, but you get romance in there, and the world
Yeah,
is just so like, I don't know how to describe it. Like once you watch it, it'll make a lot more sense. But great storyline though, for sure.
they got drip too.
The lions, right? Makes no sense. They're just hanging with the
Especially
deer.
the guy with the tongue out.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's character wise. If we're talking about my top 3, it's definitely Legoshi, which is the wolf. Okami. So is that like werewolf? No, right? In English, Okami, big
No,
wolf.
Okami's just like yeah, it's
Big
like
wolf.
wolf.
But you see him throughout, and because he's like, it's weird because if you guys haven't watched it, and if I said you see this wolf man, doesn't he look so scary? But he's like one of the nicest people, Just look at him. But then you see him like go through his like instincts, like animal instincts, and you just see that. It's good show too, and you get a little bit of romance, Boggs. I know you like that. And if we're talking about my favorite two characters, right here we got Legoshi on the left, and I think it's Ryu, or I think in English is Lewis. Dear man, but Mo, I would definitely watch because our girl is the singer for OP and ED. If you know who I'm talking about.
You talking about Ano?
No,
Oh,
no.
also be
It'll
Ano.
also be.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on,
That's true.
man.
I
That's
know.
Moe's girl.
I know all about the OPs, man, but I know nothing about the show. I don't know, man. As much as
Overrated.
I've tried to start this,
You seen the show's overrated?
I've
The
tried to
singer's
start the
overrated.
show a few times, but I don't know. It may
Mo
just be one of
also.
those that I perpetually stay on the plan to watch list, man.
Gosh,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yo, you killing my vibe
Oh,
for
no
real.
hate towards it, but you gotta sell it better, man. That's y'all.
the songs. Am I getting worried? This is actually supposed to be honorable mention. I kind of messed up here, folks.
All I've heard is the song, and it's weird.
Come
Why would I
on.
watch it if I know the songs already?
You like weird stuff? Tune in. And I did hear the manga is supposed to be really good, so I want to give that a shot too. But I'll probably watch it, finish it, then read it maybe. But
Gotcha.
yeah, this was my number 9. I guess week number 9, but hopefully number 8 gives it justice. And this one for sure we've all watched, I believe. A good show. We got Kaiji. Such a good show. I would say the best gambling show. I didn't like. I watched the other one. I forgot Aka something.
Kagi.
Yeah, I watched that. Didn't like it as much. Kaiji.
Yeah, Kagi
is
is more not plot armor. It's just too OP.
It's like Food Wars too. You know. But Kaiji, man, it's like psychologically too, and then you get some of the most OP scenes. Like if you look at the bottom right, I'll get into that in a second, but it's just such a good watch, and I believe we all watched it, right? Easily number 8
Seen
for me.
bits, but
Whoa, did I hear that right? You seen bits?
man, I think there's one summer where I binged like season 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
all in one night with Boggs and Bargain.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I watched a few with you.
Yeah, we watched like the first 2 seasons maybe, because I remember the first season with like the Junkin cards, and then the pachinko one.
Okay,
I think that was when you guys were first really getting into pachinko too.
Yeah. So we might have skipped the middle for you.
Yeah. I think we watched like the first bit, and then you're like, let's watch this one. This one's better.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I like the pachinko part. It's just so dragged out, dude. Like in the anime, like, it's still a great arc, but anime wise, that part was dragged out. But yeah, um, the games, like, especially starting off, like even the ones you have right now with the Chinchiro, but like the slave game, the beginning Junkin game that the rock paper scissors game
Dude,
Mo was talking about, it's
this
all
one
like
was an
very
evil.
easy to understand,
Yeah,
and the risks are
crazy.
crazy, and the show does it in like such a good way where like Kaiji has lost and won enough, so you really don't know if Kaiji is gonna win. It's not like one of those where it's like, fuck, things are bad, but Kaiji's gonna somehow make it through. Like Kaiji's been down very low.
Yeah, because he's lost a couple times. I think even in
Yeah.
this scene that's popped up, I think he lost, right? And then he went to the prison, but
Definitely, gone down to 0 and then climbed his
Yeah.
way back out, man.
It's like a sine wave of he makes it to the top and back to the bottom like true gambler fashion. And the games are just like so simple. I know I said it already, but I kind of do want to emphasize that it's something where when you're like watching or reading it, you're kind of picking up um things, and you start to think like like what's Kaiji gonna do to try to get himself out of this, you know?
And it's always cheating. It's never fair to the villains, right? Always
Yeah,
one
yeah.
ups him. Dude, but the consequences,
Wait.
even this one where like I think every time he lose, the nail got closer to his ear, right?
Yeah, he bets distance to his ears.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Dude,
How
it's
long is the anime? 'Cause I know the manga's got like 5 or 6
Mm,
different
Long
like arcs,
Yeah,
right?
so I think the anime there's like two 24
seasons, yeah.
episode seasons. Um
Oh
and I
shit.
it goes up to the pachinko as far as if I remember correctly.
I don't remember. Is it
And,
is it Pachinko the last one or is it the prison the last one?
Pachinko is the last
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah. I always
And I
get the
think
the arcs, like because like he wins and he gets out, then he does this.
yeah. And like Mo said, even the manga is kind of confusing because it starts from one again, per like big arc at least.
Oh
And
okay.
yeah, after the pachinko one, which never after it never got animated, and then on it went to like mahjong and stuff like that. I read like half the mahjong one like way back, but I didn't really understand the game of mahjong, so that's when I kind of paused it and never really got back to it. But yeah, another show from Boom where just like B stars, it's kind of like don't judge a book by its cover, or like in both cases, I guess aesthetics. Honestly, like when I talk about kaiji, I usually always say like don't let the art kind of turn you off from it. But I
Dude,
see
it
no
looks so
problems with the
goofy,
art
man.
really. Like it's like the thick lines and like kind of like the big nose,
It's the
but
nose.
I think I think the aesthetics really help when it's the very tense scene, and they do like the zawa like the sound effects. Um, I think I think the aesthetics really kind of match the world building. You
Mm.
got some like very ugly characters and very like evil looking characters.
Speaking
You
of
know,
evil, love the villains in the show. This is the worst
yeah.
one.
And again, we'll probably be getting into a bit more spoilers for Kaiji. So if you haven't watched, just skip on to number 7. But yeah, so this is a Chinchiro one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Underground.
dude, he's in like the other show too, the other anime. It's like exact same
Yeah,
character, and he's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
guy.
So
So
I did want to
trippy.
talk about that because I recently watched the Tonegawa series, and that one's about the Yakuza Tonegawa and this guy. So these guys, him and Tonegawa both have like spin-off manga, and I think the show just combined the two.
Mm.
But the spin-off's pretty fun for him. It's about pretty much him. He uses his underground currency to buy like a day in the normal world. So he gets like 24 hours in kind of the real world, and he pretty much just chills and buys stuff to help him hustle to make more money underground.
It showed
Like there's
him the
one where
grind to this part.
like there's one where he goes up and his think like he has like a competitor of like selling shit, because you see on the bottom right like Iji's drinking beer, that's how they kind of finesse him to stay broke.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's kind of like thinking with one of his buddies like how do we kind of finesse money out of these guys. So like
Mm-hmm.
he goes up and he just buys a bunch of like kakipi and
Goat
forces
snack.
them to like sign like a 6-month contract or something for unlimited kakipi, which the first day sounds amazing. Like you get unlimited kakipi, you could eat as much as you want for 6 months, but then like a week into it, they're all so tired of it, so they start to get creative of like how to make kakipi better. So they try to make like rice balls with it and stuff like that. And then yeah, he's such a scum, but when you watch like the spin-off series, it's kind of hard to hate.
Because you see the grind, man.
But most characters in this show are like actual scumbags.
Yeah, yeah. And then, for this one, the characters I like, I only have two. Of course, I have the boy Kaiji, and this scene means so much because I watched it when I was in the States still. I think I told you, Boggs, I was craving this stuff after watching this, like Asahi, Yakitori.
Even as a viewer, you're like, "Fuck, man, I'm getting some stress relief seeing
And he's like
Kaiji just
splurging
let
his money.
loose." Yeah,
So I remember, I think the scene was like, he said, "I'll just get one," and then the villain was like,
yeah.
you can't eat Yakitori without a beer." And he keeps going on and on. But yeah.
Like just one day, just go ham.
Use all his money. But I would say he's definitely my number one. Number two, probably the biggest comeback character I've ever seen. The Bridge Boy
Absolute
himself.
Chad, man. Absolute hero.
This scene messed me up, man. Is that epic? Dude,
I've seen life the same since this guy.
I was so confused because he was always like he threw Kaiji under the bus, and then he betrayed him.
It's the word camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Brotherhood. Yeah.
And then
This guy's living proof of it.
Kaiji turned around and he was falling, but he wasn't making a noise.
So epic, man. Not gonna lie, that got me in the feels watching it.
Yeah, it was epic, man. That's when I knew this show is definitely top 10. But yeah,
I know it. Bottom line is, it's just like a great gambling high stakes series. Like I don't know many more like it. Like you mentioned Akagi earlier, which like I'm a big fan of Akagi, but like Akagi doesn't even get to that level. There's high stake games in it, but
because like in that, I don't want to talk too much about that show, but like like she loses and it's just she owes money. Like she wears that little necklace thing.
Oh yeah, kakegurui. Yeah.
But like Kaiji, if he loses, he goes to prison.
no,
it's actual, and he be losing like quite a bit too.
It's like, I mean, the first arc, right? It's like if he loses, he's pretty much gonna spend, like I don't know how many years, pretty much being like a physical labor slave to
I don't
pay
know,
off
man.
his debts.
He looks like he's living.
And
life.
it's not even his debt to begin with. He just co-signed. But yeah, Kaiji, great gambling series.
Go to
Great
show
high
for sure.
stakes game series, rather.
Yep. And then we are on to number 7, folks. This one might be a surprise to some people. But I really had to think about this one, and don't be too shocked, fellas. But number 7 is Kaguya Love is War.
Clap, clap, clap.
Oh.
I was maybe thinking you guys think it's too low on the list, but just shows you what I got in store.
I mean, I'm honestly happy it's on the list. Like, I don't know how Mo would feel about it, but I feel like Kaguya is one of those series where people who watch it really like it, but they wouldn't put it in their top 10. Like they had a great time, they liked the characters, they thought it was funny, great romance, but it's I don't know if it lacks the thing that puts it in their top 10 or whatever, but
like that.
I think most people would agree it's a solid show.
Because it's just, dude, I love the comedy in it, and my favorite, of course, Chica. But
especially Detective Chica.
Yeah.
I think, like Boggs said, I think it's very good at everything it does, but it's not the best in any one of its categories. It's a really good romance, really good comedy, good characters, but I mean, maybe the manga continues on and gets better. I've heard really good things about Miku. Yeah, I've heard really good things about her later on in the manga, but yeah, I mean, I think to your point, like I wouldn't put this in my top 10, but definitely very respectable choice, man. There's just so many little individual scenes that are so good from this show, man.
Yeah. No, I totally like understand both sides, like people who put it in their top 10 versus people who like the show but wouldn't put it in their top 10 or top 20, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like Mo said, it's just like it's such a well-rounded show too, you
Mhm.
know. And the comedy parts like hit really hard.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And
Throughout like all 3 seasons
then even
while maintaining the romance. Sorry to
and
cut you off.
you could get even if the show was absolute garbage, Daddy Do is good enough to make it at least honorable mention, man.
I love
At
how all
least.
3 seasons were sang by the Giga Chad.
I wish
So
I should have
such
got a
jiggy
should
opening.
have got a picture of
So
him
fucking
up
jiggy,
first.
man.
Yeah.
But like y'all said, the funny scenes, wholesomeness, dude. It's hard not to love it, man. It really is.
I was laughing out loud in the theaters for the movie
Can't
about
believe
like
you stood up.
Chibi
Started,
Kaguya.
stood up. Dude, I love the Chibi Kaguya, man.
Encore clap.
I stood up and then everyone else stood up. It was an experience.
Everyone stood up to leave. You stood up to clap. But
Yeah, I know that was one of Boggs' proudest moments when he recommended the song to me and heard me just dying in my room from
Yeah,
across the
dude,
hall.
like
So
wait,
I
Daddy
heard
Love? Daddy
no,
Use
no,
Her?
no, the show.
Oh.
Like I was just hear Mo watching it from his room and just like busting a gut. Dude, this show's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I won't even
Like
cap. You introduced this to me too, Box, and I do appreciate that.
hey man, just trying to I'm doing God's work here.
Oh my gosh.
Spreading
But I don't want to
as
spend
much
too much.
eyes that are on Kaguya is a win for all of us.
And I know for sure it's gonna be on somebody's list, so I don't want to spend too much time on this show. But I will go through top 3 of my favorite characters from the show. Number 1, I feel like needs to be more. Maybe in the manga, I haven't read it, but I really do like her character design and her interactions with Kaguya. That's a president's sister, man. I like her
Oh
character
yeah,
design.
dude. K is great.
But
nice.
and I love how Kaguya seems like she thinks she hates her, but she looks up to Kaguya, right? I love that dynamic. It's so much of those stuff going on too.
And then the fact that like she's like close friends with Chika too.
Yeah.
That pisses Kaguya off.
Yeah. Oh, dude, such a great show. Number 2, easy, Kaguya, man. Especially this scene, man. I want this figure, man. The more I think about it.
Yeah, dude. Cat ears cherry on top.
Fortunately, I got my Nendroid stolen, but
Unfortunate.
it is what it is. But of course, the main girl of the show, the best one, the funniest one, Chica, man.
Our beloved ramen girl.
That scene is epic too. Birikata. Like, I was shocked.
I was like watching a video where like the author Akko was like drawing, and I think if I remember correctly, he said like when he was designing Chica, he's like, something's missing. Let me just add a bow tie on her head. That's why it's there.
She's got some of the funniest
low key
moments.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like if you look at it, like it makes no sense.
Dude, now that you mentioned
on the
it,
bangs,
if you didn't mention
but it makes Chica, like
yeah, and the detective hat too. I don't know if I have
Yeah.
another picture, maybe,
love Detective Chica.
but just
Great arts.
such a good
Very
show,
nice.
man.
Yeah.
Gosh, can't believe Mo doesn't like this show.
Man, and this is only number 7, man. Oh, do not know where we go from here.
But we got
Learn
3
to
seasons of
tweet.
TR, baby. Don't worry about that. But yeah, number 7, absolutely hit. Even though I didn't spend too much time on it, great show. But number 6, this one where like for me 6 through 2, even though I said it could interchange through 10, just figuring out the order I wanted to go through was pretty challenging, man.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
This one's one of the ones where it's one season, second season's coming out soon, but I want to take the risk because of how much I love the show. It's Call the Night, man. Such a gem of a show. Opening once again, fire. Middle song, fire. Ending song, fire. It's a treat. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. About a boy similar to Boggs, they can't sleep. But
Hey man,
because I think he sleeps during the day, right? So he's up all night, takes a walk, and finds a lovely, lovely vampire, and then the story begins. But as you can tell, the art is absolutely amazing. I know Boggs might have started it, right? I'm not sure if Mo finished it or not, but
This one, not yet.
I binge it
We'll
for
get
you,
to it.
man. I binge it for you.
oh, you did?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good job. Good
And I
job.
talked to you about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't see it in your top 10, so didn't think you watched it.
This is a very aesthetic show. Like
Dude.
the colors.
Yeah, and it's
everything.
like because it's like nighttime, right? It's like almost like that cyberpunk colors where it's all like dark purples and bright colors.
Yeah.
It is
Uh,
a fantastic show.
and yeah, I think the supporting roles of the other vampires
Yeah.
I want to know a lot more about. Like
Mm-hmm.
we got a bit of them in like season 1. I mean, I haven't read it, so I'm anime only on this one. But yeah, I would like to know a lot more of, the vampire supporting cast, especially kind of like the leader one. Um yeah, I think all their designs are great. I'll mention my
Whoa.
favorite character when Boom does, but
Yeah. So I already know what it is, big dog.
Hmm.
But yeah, and I do what you're saying, like knowing more. I want to know more about. I don't know if you remember, but like the guy's like friend from school. We briefly got to know her,
yeah.
and you can tell she likes him.
Hmm.
But then, like you were saying, like I don't want to. I was gonna do one picture, but I'm not gonna put it on here. I just don't want to spoil it for Mo. But it is just a fire scene. And obviously, it's romance too. But you see that, and like Boggs was saying, there's like a vampire. I wouldn't say cult, but like a group.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find a good picture of that, but I didn't put it on here. But all their character designs I really really like. Even like the Gyaru vampire girl. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember.
She was OP, but if we're talking about top characters, definitely uh, Nazuna first, the dude second, and then I think your first one is Detective, if I am
Sure. Yeah,
correct.
dude. She's like kind of psycho.
But
And for Mo, I'll just give like a quick TLDR. So pretty much, uh, this show involves like vampires kind of stuff, and are like Boom said, the main character, Cole, he he's kind of like he doesn't go to school. He's like stays up at night. He just kind of like roams the streets, and he runs into Nazna the vampire, and stuff happens, and pretty much the whole premise, I guess, of the show is that he wants to become a vampire, and the
Mhm.
requirement for to become a vampire is to get bit by a vampire that you like. But the main character, the male main character, he's kind of young, so he doesn't really understand what it feels to actually kind of fall in love with someone. So the premise is like him trying to fall in love with her, but like, I mean, I think even in season 1, it's it's already starting, and I think the romance buildup of this is in good pace and in good taste as well.
Yeah.
But also it's reciprocated to, like, it's pretty clear that Nazuna
It's starting
likes
to, yeah.
likes him too. Yeah,
Because they're like,
and
I wouldn't say intimate, but like, because she's a
there's
vampire,
wholesome moments. Yeah.
she does like bite his neck to suck blood. But like, I guess
Hmm.
in order for him to become a vampire, you have to fall in love, right? But,
Yeah. And
and I,
she also jests with him a lot too, with her being like a much more, I guess, mature, because she's like a vampire. She's
mhm.
more of like like not like more experienced, but takes that role of like, kind of poking fun at him and all that
Teasing.
stuff. But sometimes like it's kind of reverse, and she blushes and gets kind of shy and stuff. Because I forgot what it was that makes her blush. Was it love talk?
Yeah, and then like you know like I don't describe like he's doing something nonchalant, but it makes him seem cool. Like you know
Yeah,
like even like when she was in front of like the vampires, the other vampire leaders, and he stood up for her, she started blushing hard. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
It
really
seems
wanted
like
to add it. Oh, my fault. You wanna go?
no, no, no.
Oh, but I really wanted to add it, but I could only find like blurry videos or pictures where it's the first episode when they meet. He was at a vending machine getting something, and then the last episode that aired, it was like literally reversed where she was at the vending machine,
Yeah, it kind of calls back to the first episode.
and then if you see side by side and the song is playing, you know,
Yeah,
by the way, the band that does the song also did a hit song called Mashal, Mashal's song, but that scene hits so hard. I really wanted to find it. I could only find blurry pics, and I didn't want to disrespect it with that. But Mo, when you watch it, you'll see what I mean, my friend.
Yes. This
yeah,
one I definitely will watch, man. I'll get to it soon. It's pretty short, right?
yeah.
It's
It's
only a
just one
season.
season, and
It's
then
only a season.
second season's announced. I think.
Yeah.
Yep, it's announced.
Or before second season comes, man. I promise.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll like it. Like I know you won't hate it at least.
And like
Uh,
the art itself, Mo, you just gotta love too. It's such good animation style.
Speaking of which, when I was when I finished the series, I was like, did I get tricked by the art? Like, do I, you know, do I really like this series? And no, I think like giving it some time, I think the premise, the characters were all great, and uh, once also I'm excited to see some of like the detective appear more in like the later seasons. Because things
Maybe
got
next
a
season,
bit
because
intense. Yeah, things got a bit intense. I'm not gonna say too much, but that school scene with that one dude, uh, like some of the scenes gets pretty real,
yeah,
kind of seemingly out of nowhere.
or even like the Gyaru is human, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
But
it's
yeah,
I think like the I don't want to I'll stop I don't want to keep talking about a spoiler for Mo, man. But just watch the show. Great show. Number 6 for show.
and I'm sure this is one we'll do like a standalone episode for it in the future. Um,
Sounds good.
but yeah, great aesthetics. If you like romance kind of supernatural kind of thing,
Different
definitely.
romance. But yeah, we are on to the big 5, fellas. Number 5. And this is where I felt like you guys might be able to guess the remaining shows. Some of the shows we talked so much about, so I won't go too much in detail, but still give you like my top 3, sorry, characters. And if you guys want to add something too, number 5, great show. I think the only harem I've watched, maybe. Is Rent a Girlfriend a harem?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
but the best harem. Is this harem, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
No, no, no. This is
Oh.
Yeah, no, it is.
I think this has more. This has more overlap with romance. I feel like.
Well, this is quintessential quintuplets, fellas. This is literally I could have put this in number 2 if I really wanted to. It is,
It's a great show.
and then I kind of wish I could go back in time, right? Because right before I started, I know me and Boggs were talking about it, and then he was like, "Do you want to know what my favorite girl is?" Right?
Yeah.
And I said, "Sure," but like once you told me that, I don't know why, but I was like, "All right, I need to figure out why she's not the best girl," right? In my head, but then
Oh, you're trying to convince yourself that she wasn't.
yeah, like I was trying to see like is someone
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
better, but hands down, she the best girl, man. There's a
Oh,
close
yeah.
second,
Absolutely.
but she is the best girl, man.
Yeah, I think it goes clockwise, starting at number 1. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. I would maybe switch the star for the model chick, but
Okay, okay.
1 and 2, we thinking alike, my friend. We thinking
Wes,
alike.
I mean, you guys are saying it goes, what is it, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4? I have
That's
that right?
That's Boom. That's Boom. And then mine's 3, 2, 1,
I'll
5.
switch
4,
it up.
just straight.
So it's
Oh,
way
gotcha.
different.
Yeah,
And-
no, Nino is actually like a very, very close second.
She had to come
She
up
went
season
from
2, I believe, right?
yeah, she kind of sucked in the beginning.
Even like her and I don't, I always don't know the star chick's name, but she was always like the last one, you know.
Yeah.
But whew, I was kind of shocked at the ending though,
Sweet.
man. I think we watched the movie together.
Yeah, so this is one
I
where
got it spoiled, by the way, because Boggs kept hitting my shoulder and saying, you know which one's gonna win, right?
no way I spoiled it.
I said, I don't know. He
uh,
whispered into my ear right before it happened.
yeah, it's like when season 2 happened, I just read the rest of the manga, and I mean, I'm not gonna say anything more, just for most sake.
Yeah, but it
I mean,
was.
I guess that makes it obvious Miku doesn't win.
No, it wasn't, man. We didn't drop no names yet, man.
I know, but if I'm upset, then
Oh,
clearly Miku didn't
it was a
win.
sad scene, man. But I was like, I was happy, dude. And this, I love all the art. And I think it was you, Boggs, that told me too. Like, as viewers, they all have different color hairs, but in reality, they all have the same hair, right? Color. Like,
Yeah.
if you're in the
Kinda,
story.
yeah, because when you see them when they're young, they're literally identical
And then, like,
quintuplets.
because you know, you guys sometimes get confused because they don't know. Like in the anime, like they all look the same, but like us looking at it, they all have different hair colors, so obviously not.
Yeah.
But I really like the
'Cause in the
touch that
show,
they did with that, though.
yeah. Because in the show, they be disguised as each other
Yeah,
sometimes.
because I remember I was
Oh,
confused,
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
but then I think I asked you and you explained it, and I was like, that is such a good touch, though. They just changed the hair color and just
Yeah.
justifies it.
And I think this excelled as like like it stands out compared to like your normal harem. Like, I mean, I thought the premise is like pretty cool with quintuplets. Um, Obviously everyone unique in their own way, like many other harems. But like the main character was like a Chad. He wasn't like a dumbass like a lot of like. He might have been no, I wouldn't say he was dense either. Like I think a big problem with like harem series is like the main character is like way too dense and it's kind of annoying sometimes, but like this one, no, like I'm pretty sure he understood um where he was at and how the girls felt about him, because there's kind of an arc, minor spoilers, but like he felt like he had to choose so that he doesn't kind of disrespect the others as well. But
Dang, for
yeah.
real, Boggs. 3 times, I think you said stuff right before I was gonna say, because top 3
Shit.
characters, Futaro is probably 3 or 2, man. He's not like Rent a Girlfriend's dude. You
Oh,
know,
no.
he's actually a character
Not
you
by a
can
long
like.
shot. Yeah.
I think he's
Smart guy, Giga Chad.
because like most like when it's like a girl or romance show, sometimes a dude is like just a weak. He's
Yeah.
actually like a cool. He reminds me of like the I don't know, I forgot his name, but the Kaguya president guy too.
Yeah,
Smart.
Shirogane. Yeah. Because the premise for this is
He's a tutor.
he's pretty much their tutor. Yeah, so
Okay.
And like
That's how he gets into the
the quintuplets are
hanging
like
out with them.
they're like loaded, and
Yeah.
he's like poor, right? So he's doing it for the
yeah,
money.
they come from like a
Yeah.
very rich father,
And they're like
and they like kind of live alone or just with each other.
and they're like
Mm.
they're like not smart at all. So
Yeah. And then there's like some cute scenes where they're kind of like competing in regards to like their grades and stuff like that
it's
too.
so bad.
Because yeah, it is bad, and they all obviously like excel at their own, field.
So
And
when
they
you
all have their,
combine
like,
it, they're OP.
and stuff. Yeah, combine them into one incredible waifu.
But even in the grades, right? Everyone's good at one subject.
Yeah,
And then obviously my favorite is Miku, second is Nino, but all 3 of them right there on the meme. I do Miku. I wish you didn't tell me, just so I can, because I think I was. It'd been better if I said Miku and you said Miku too, but
Yeah.
it's hard to hate her, man. She's so. I think
Miku.
cute scenes too. You know, even like when she does like the hoppita, like her cheek puffed up. She always does when she's
Yeah.
mad.
She's like more of like the quiet, shy type, and then Nino's like textbook tsundere, I guess. But
And I did like how
yeah,
Miku.
Nino's come up with so good.
And I do like how Miku liked like like the old Japan and matcha, right?
Yeah, her quirks were kind of weird. Like
I'll just say Nino was crushing on someone else first. That's all I can say, but I like that part
Man.
too.
yeah,
But yeah,
great show, man. Great show.
fantastic show. Mo, this one's one you definitely gonna love.
Yeah, this is one of the. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've always kind of strayed away from harems for one reason or another. I guess knowing my personality might get a little too into it, but it's on the list, man. The character designs are so cute, and hearing how much you guys love it, especially after the movie and stuff. It's also on the list.
It's gonna be dangerous
It's not
when
a
you
long
watch.
watch either. It's like 2 seasons in a movie, so
How long is each season? Just the typical 12 as well?
I think so.
I think it was like 13 or it was. I think
Yeah.
the second season was a bit longer than 12, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, maybe, but it shouldn't be like that long.
It's not gonna be 24
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But Mo, it is dangerous. Once you watch it, you're gonna want to cop some figs, though, man. And those figures are not cheap, my friend, especially for this show.
Oh,
got me a
brother.
Miku figure.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
dangerous part
can't
about
do
all
no
these
more
shows.
figures for a while. We got no book space, no figure space. Shit is not up in the Mo house.
Struggling with the same thing, man.
You guys are lucky. I have cousins that take my stuff. I'm still salty. But yeah, that was number 5, getting into the top 5. Now we're on to number 4. This one, I wouldn't say should be that big of a shock. It might be to you guys. If you know the show, then you wouldn't be surprised. It's a very weird and quirky Odd Taxi. Such a goated show, in my opinion.
Not expecting that. No, but great show. If you wanna, excuse me. If you wanna kind of talk about, I guess, the premise, because this is,
Let me spoil it.
I feel like, the hard one to explain. No, at least the premise, I guess.
I'll spoil it. But it's I don't want to. They're animals. Is that too much, boss?
See that? So it's Beastars.
It's Beastars with mystery. Yeah. It's about the main character. Let me pull him up. It's the is he Walrus Otter? He's in the taxi right now getting kissed.
It's definitely a walrus.
Walrus. He's the main character. He's a taxi driver, and then as he's driving around taxis, he gets looped up in a big crime mystery murder, and then we figure out that he's the only one that knows the answer to who the killer is. And you just follow along these weird side characters like the friend the monkey that I'll talk about in a second, and you see all these OP villains, and then you realize he has like a special ability to memorize everyone's face, and everyone's unique to him, so he works with cops, good and bad cops, to figure out who the killer is. And at the end, I don't want to talk about too much, but you do get a twist that's very satisfying.
Gotcha. And is everyone actually animals in this show, or is it his unique ability to remember people what makes everyone appear like an animal?
I have no idea what you mean by that.
No,
Like, I mean-
there's no humans in. They're all animals.
Oh,
And,
no, they're actually animals.
Yeah, and
You know what I meant by that, right, Boggs?
yeah, and my mic was kind of out for a bit, so I don't know if Boom mentioned, but there's a lot of like because this character low key like surprisingly focuses on like a diverse amount of characters.
Yeah,
You know, there's funny things to say about like pretty much most characters that you see in this image right now.
I think you
This was
see
only like 12 episodes or something, 13.
I think it's 13, but you see a vast like a lot of different characters because he's a taxi driver, and like they literally you get introduced because they want a taxi and he picks them up, and that's how you get the introduction of that character, and then from that you get like a whole backstory of what they were doing, what when the murder mystery was happening, right? But you see so many characters, and it's such a good watch too, short watch too. And then
And
of course,
how
what started it all?
like if you look closely at this, there's someone else that stands out.
That's
Yeah,
why
Boom.
this picture started it all,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, exactly. This is what starts it all. And yeah, there's just so many like intertwining not subplots, but like, one like this one kind of ties into like the baboon and stuff like that. And
Exactly, like because of the hippo, like he's the first customer, and he takes this picture, and it goes viral. Minor spoiler, and then you see the guy in the back with the baboon fur coat. Then it becomes his story. Now he's a part of the story. It just keeps going on like that. So
yeah.
it's a good way to introduce
And then
characters.
and then there's some stuff that happens that like a few episodes later, like I don't know if you guys seen the movie Snatch, but it's kind of like that where like some scenes that take place like a few episodes later, um, you see the same thing happen from like a different perspective kind of thing. And this show's like kind of dark too, like
It is
and great mystery.
because I don't want to say the mystery, but keyword is
Yeah.
closet. you know,
Yeah.
and you
like,
literally don't know to the very end, which is, and then when you know the answer, you're like, well, what's gonna happen? And then
the ending too.
yeah, and then good news, Mo. If you haven't watched it, you can also just watch one movie instead of the whole season too.
Oh, no way.
Yep. So that is a plus.
I'm on it.
Just watch the show though, man. Just watch the show. Get the full experience.
Yeah, the 12 episodes, 13 episodes ain't bad.
It ain't shabby. And like, yeah, I know me and Boom alluded to it earlier, but yeah, it's like the character quirks, like that hippo, like he,
Couple of
I
my
won't talk
favorites.
about, yeah, like the two cops and stuff like that, but they all have like their own very like peculiar, I guess, personalities and stuff like that. Even what's the chick? A llama?
Yeah, a llama.
Alpaca.
Is it? Let me pull it up here.
Or whatever it's called. But yeah, like no, they're all really
the
funny.
taxi.
Especially my boy or Boom's boy on the bottom left.
That's funny
got that
because I
monkey there.
believe you told me this was your favorite character, and then this one, I don't want to spoil it because this is I feel like one of the funniest parts of the stories. But let's just say this monkey, voiced by Usopp's voice actor, is a joke as well.
And even like this
voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like this scene like ties into like I guess the bigger picture,
And it's like it just shows you because like I think we talked about it too, Boggs, privately. Like you see the beginning, you see these characters, and you think like a good light show that's gonna be like funny and upbeat, but it gets kind of dark and like there's mystery and there's a corruption in it too, and there's like a OP Yakuza hippo tatted up.
Yeah.
He plays a big role too at the end, It's
And I love the radio guys as well.
yeah, I didn't get a picture of them, but
Yeah, they're in
back
the background
left.
there. The giraffe and the boar.
And then it's crazy how they tie into the story, I don't know if you remember,
yeah.
but
yeah,
character designs too are OP, like this baboon.
angry looking guy. And the opening's very chill.
I would say for top 3 characters, really really hard, but I'd have to say Loki top 3. These 2 cops, and
those guys weirdly remind me of the Golden Kamui ear guy. He had like a brother too.
Yeah, like different motives, right?
Yeah,
I like
so
him.
that's your top 3.
Of course, the main character looking handsome as ever.
Looking clean.
And One of my top favorite characters, man.
Fuck this guy.
This is a spoiler mode, but he's like a rapping guy, so he only speaks with rapping, and it's so jiggy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks
Yeah,
jiggy,
tough.
man. Fuck his hair though, man.
No.
His hair pisses me off.
So I remember, like, if he can't do a rap, he gets so mad. And then I know Boggs have a favorite character. If I guessed it right, I believe it's this guy.
No, man. No. Not that guy. Not that guy.
Do you know who it is, right? I don't want to say.
Yeah, I
Don't
do, I
say
do.
anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, yeah, yeah. I
it's
know who he is.
crazy how everything connects at the end. This show
Yeah.
did such a good job of doing that.
That guy's episode in particular really tied in a lot of like moments together.
Like, and you
Yeah.
be yeah,
This was
'cause-
really well done.
yeah, and it was like for a stupid reason too, right?
Yeah, I know.
But this, you soon know, Mo, is what started it all. This little hippo.
I hate that.
Boggs, you know,
Oh,
hotel.
another-
That's all I have to say. Hotel.
Yes. yes, I do know. Dude, I didn't even remember that scene until you brought that up, and that just makes me angry. On to the next, man. On to the next. Hippo.
So clouded, man.
Another show that's don't judge a book by its cover, but very I don't know if it's slept on. I feel like it's a kind of I feel like it's one of those shows where people know the title but haven't seen kind
And
of
like,
thing.
see, like, you would be kind of shocked if I put it in my top 10, right? But the more we talk about it, I feel like you justify it too. You know,
No, yeah, it's a great series for sure.
it's top 4 worthy, but it's not quite top 3 worthy in my opinion.
To the big three.
Big 3. I think this is most predictable. Big 3 starting off, always goated, always good to watch.
Wait! Don't say it yet. Trying to in my mind. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Does
sorry.
start with a T, but not the T you're thinking of. It is Takagi-san. T's and Master Takagi-san. Goated show. Now that I realize the left I was about to say the left character is not from the show, but they are. They're like the comic he reads, right?
Why are they? Oh, I was gonna say they look fan drawn in, but that makes sense that they're from the comic that he reads.
Yeah.
Especially the dude with the red hair.
yeah.
His style is so
Doesn't fit at
different
all.
and slightly poorly drawn.
It kind of reminds me, like, Danger's My Heart, his, like, that alter ego him.
Yeah. I'm I was surprised. I mean, I actually I'm not really surprised because I know how much you love this series, but like I personally like categorize this in almost the same realm as I guess Dangers in My Heart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because you saw this before or I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But the
It is-
characters in this is great though. Like I know you'll mention it a little later on. But
There's so many similarities too. Like, there's like OP
Yeah.
like side characters, but there's OP side characters in Danger's My Heart too.
yeah, it's like innocent, cute, wholesome love.
They could switch, but this one, like you said, I seen it first.
Yeah,
It always
No,
have
I
like that
understand.
feeling,
Special place. Yeah.
This show, Teasing Master Takagi-san, like, it's a simple show, easy to watch,
Mm-hmm.
but just
sure.
so wholesome. But one thing I hate about the movie is the goddamn cat, man.
Yeah, they could have they could have went around that.
Milk the cat, man.
I don't know if they were kind of giving fans like fan service to see what they like, what they're like as a parent, because I know there's like a spin-off
Yeah.
series of them with a kid.
I know it showed it at the end of the
that was the
movie too,
angle,
but yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ending, that part was great.
he was getting
Oh shit!
teased.
Wait, these two get married?
Yeah, there's like there's a
Spoiler.
spin-off with a kid. I mean, yeah, but it's spoilers, but this
And
is like one of those shows where it's like, there's no like competition.
And I do like it because
Gotcha.
like in one episode there'd be like old school cartoons. There'd be like 3 parts of that episode because it'd be like
Yeah, because this like a very per chapter kind of thing.
Yeah, and I really, and
So
then you
there's
know
like
like
three
the
mini
sound
stories.
they make when it's a next. I don't know recreate it, but it's such a good like it's such
Hmm.
a good vibe, dude. And then you of course you get the Omatsuri episodes, the summer vacation ones.
Yeah, the wholesome romance. I mean, even if it doesn't have to do with Takagi and Nishikata's like development, like the wholesome moments are like so wholesome, man.
And
Like
then
even like the eraser just flicking right now, like
yeah,
even that scene, I think it like I'm pretty sure it happened like fairly early on in the series, but even that one's like
where you say the
such
person you
simple
like's name,
premise.
right?
Like such simple premise, but like very wholesome. I love how like Nishikata kind of like like sometimes he really tries to get competitive with it, and Takagi, uh, I guess she's like a bit more mature than him. Like she's aware of her feelings towards him.
From the beginning,
Uh,
dude.
yeah, but he obviously likes her, but they're still in like middle school. It takes a little bit of time for him to kind of come to that realization, even though like I'm pretty sure part of him knows it already. But how I like how
But
kind of
like he doesn't want.
conniving she is sometimes with
Hmm. And
how
he
she toys with him.
and I don't think he wants to show her that because then he'd be like, he's worried that she's just gonna say I was just messing with you, or like she just doesn't want him to win, or he doesn't want her to
Yeah,
win, you know.
yeah,
But all I know is, don't want to spoil it again for Mo, but oh, drink giving scene.
yeah.
Well,
The juice plus bike scene.
woo,
That's I guess that's what I'll say. But yeah,
peak.
that really put a smile on my face. This is like one of those shows where like you said, every episode has like one or two, three kind of mini
Different,
plots,
yeah,
and those are all wholesome too. But then, every like few slash several episodes, there's like one of those scenes that are more important, I guess, to their romantic development, and though like each of those scenes just hit so hard.
yeah. And then
It
for
like I think that's why I think that's why I compare it with like Dangers in My Heart,
yeah, like this too,
like
like
for example.
Nagatoro-san, I would compare it to like that type of show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the poking fun, teasing kind of.
Hmm. Even maybe like the marry but not lovers one, even that one. A little bit,
Hmm.
they're a little bit older, so it's not as like wholesomeness, but you know.
Yeah,
And then,
like I think the reason why I like Takagi and like Dangers in My Heart much more than like Nagatoro is like Nagatoro is more focused on like I guess the teasing aspect, which I guess Takagi is too, but I feel like both Takagi and like Dangers in My Heart, they like I'm especially Takagi. Let's focus on Takagi, but like Takagi really like focuses on like playing with him while trying to like give him hints, you know?
mhm.
Like she's kind of tricky in the sense of how like she plans out some of these games that they do together, and like she almost tries to get him to admit that he likes her kind of thing. And like all of those are like very very wholesome and cute.
You can just tell how much she likes him too. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why for this show, those two are definitely my 1, 2 favorite characters, man. Her big head is iconic too, Mo. Such a massive cranium. But like you were
Too
saying,
too recognizable.
Yeah.
like you were saying, Boggs, you know, like you get one or two, one or three skits in one episode, but then sometimes you get blessed to see this. She's a part of a trio that I really, really like. It's just like a side episode, right? And she's my favorite out of the three because voice actor same as Chica, of course.
Yeah, I was about to say like maybe if she wasn't voiced by Saint the Chica girl,
Cause
but
she's
no,
so
she's great.
funny too, you know, like that. She's like Chica basically, like her character type, like
Got the
fun,
Moogie eyebrows too.
goofy. Yeah, she does. But I know me and Bog's second favorite character is this very horny boy
Giga Chad.
and his buddy with the
Um,
glasses, man.
Yeah.
Always up to no good, man.
I do like how this show also gives like the spotlight to I wouldn't say spotlight, but they put some depths in both Kage and Nishikata's like friend groups too. You know,
Yeah.
a little bit more on the female friend cast side, but
Mm.
him and the nerdy guy are also like funny.
They're
Cool
funny.
guys.
Like they always say out of pocket stuff too.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
like
it's like Kanzaki and Adachi from Dangers in My Heart.
yes,
yeah,
yes. And it's funny you
Those
said that
two.
because you know in Danger My Heart, there's the other couple, like the bald guy with the chubby girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's also that in Takagi-san too, which is pretty epic.
Mhm.
I forgot their names, but I'm pretty sure you know Boggs, the people I'm talking
Uh,
referring to.
Yeah,
Not
no,
names, but
yeah. I know who you're talking about.
and then like I remember at the park, like Takagi and Nishikata was trying to be alone, and then the glasses guy didn't get the hint, but this guy was
Yeah.
OP. He took the blame and said, "Let's go get Karage."
Yeah, no, he's definitely had his moments for sure.
He is a Chad man.
A couple other scenes which I won't mention, but yeah,
And then right before I end
good
this one, I
friend
want to give a
groups.
bonus for everyone. Little good
Ooh, good uniform swap, very based.
head swap too. Head size.
Oh, that's great.
The hairstyle.
I love when they do that, when they do like the swap.
3 and 7s that make you mad, Bombs. One is ranked
Hey,
3,
man,
one is ranked 7.
Both top 10 though.
That is true. We are going into top 2 now. This one, again, I think my top 1 is like set in stone forever. So top, like this is like I had to think about what to put to 2. Does that make sense? Like it was harder to pick number 2 than 1 for me. So I didn't know which one to pick for number 2. But it is one of the best shows, in my opinion. Season 2, hopefully soon. I think maybe announced. My Dress Up Darling. Such a phenomenal show, in my opinion. I am rereading the manga as well. I don't know if I should just stop and wait for the anime, but this right here. I think
Yeah, this
all of
might
us
be one of those where maybe
have watched.
after second or third season, might creep up to the number 1. Who knows?
This was a risk for me. Only one season, but I love it so much, man.
Oh yeah, no.
And I think I've already said this too. Like, this is like one of the first ones where I started going out of like just shonen based stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
More so romance. I mean, this one's very unique because it's about cosplay too, right? But Mudding, even Gojo, he's like one of my favorite male characters because he's just so he's not like a baby like again Rent a Girlfriend or even the beloved TR.
Those two are like the staple model for.
He's for real Chad, man. And like I just recently rewatched this, but like when you see moments where she's starting to fall for him, it's just so wholesome too, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like how it's like or at least for me, a unique aspect, like cosplaying and stuff, like making cosplays. I've never seen an anime based on that.
Yeah, they're a great duo together for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then my personal for characters is hard, right? I would say definitely Money, but I like her Shizuku-tan, her cosplay, which is like the one right next to her, the right one. Maybe I have it here.
The purple hair one.
This one, yep. First one, best one so far for sure. They are close seconds though for sure. And I did Mo, you watch this too, right?
Yes, sir.
Attaboy.
Yes, sir. This was great. I mean, the unlikely, like two people who would normally never meet in normal circumstances, you know, coming together and then falling in love is such a nice story in how it goes about. Like, you know, it's just Gojo just being himself and like his interest in making dolls and stuff really being reinforced by Marin, and same with Marin's like cosplay stuff. Like he's really helping her push into that. Like Yeah, I think Gojo had such a good character development. He like towards the end of the first season, even he's become so much more of a like confident guy. So
Yeah.
I like this one a lot, man. It definitely feels like too like I think at where the first season ends, at least, it almost feels like Marin's more into him than he is into her. I don't know
Mhm.
if you got that same vibe or not,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
But
think it kind of goes back to the like some of the other stuff. Like Marin's very aware of how she feels with Gojo, and I feel
mm,
like Gojo, at least at the moment, isn't um too kind of conscious of like obviously like he likes her, but
I think
I don't know how much he feels like he knows
because
he's aware of
yeah.
it.
I
in the
feel like he's
beginning.
trying not to be seduced by her, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just how much like all those like little things that the fan service stuff that happens to him, like that stuff. He's trying not to let that sway him.
And also
But
yeah, and also like he just like kind of being kind of I guess like shadow character, like until he met Marin, he's like a quiet guy. He never had like a friend, I guess. So like I think he also doesn't want to misinterpret Marin's love for cosplay and wanting costumes and kind of misinterpret that as her liking him and kind of ruining what they have already. So and I feel like Marin also kind of struggles with that too, uh c- given how much Gojo loves making Hina dolls. um because like she's actually aware of how she feels about it, but yeah, I
like
know
I think
Boom, you're trying to say something.
and like going off what you guys said too. Like you remember in the beginning when they started hanging out, and then they went back to school, and then Gojo was like super like
Oh, cold shoulders.
yeah, because he didn't want to embarrass Muddy. I think that's why we don't see him as like expressing how much he likes Muddy yet.
Yeah, yeah.
He's all new to this, like hanging out with friends and stuff like that. Even going to the beach
Hmm.
first time. But
Beach episodes. That was good.
that OP scene on the train where he was falling asleep and said, "You're pretty, man." That was OP, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll
going
have to
on.
throw that
Favorite
later. I like that.
characters for me is definitely Mudding first. OP Mudding. A little bit different.
Yeah.
Manga only would know.
Oh God.
Again, Gojo. OP. Love this scene right here. They introduced him to my third favorite character. It's one of the friends. I hope she gets more.
Yeah, no, her character design's really good too.
It's pretty epic because it goes with this when she's asking him if she wants a lollipop.
Yeah.
She's so casual too. And I know
ah,
the
I forgot about that girl. What scene is she in? Is it literally just that one scene?
she's
No, she
always like with
appears here
Muddy.
and there.
Yeah,
Yeah, she appears here and there, but
just mostly character design. I like the hair,
Yeah.
and she was like really nice to Gojo too. With all the girls kind of cold shoulder, so I thought maybe she would come
yeah,
back more
yeah.
so in the story, but not yet.
I actually did like that part where like I remember when I was like watching early like the earlier episodes, and Marin makes it known that she's like talking to Gojo, like she knows Gojo.
Mhm.
Like I feel like some series would have been like, why are you with this guy kind of thing, but all the friends are like super chill.
Yeah. And then I do want the two cosplay masters to come back. Hopefully, I know me and
Amen.
Boggs were talking about it, but they seem to be AFK since they appeared.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've heard zero Juju talk from you.
I like the sister more, but Juju's cool too.
Fair enough.
Hell.
Come on,
No.
come on, man. I'm not like Boggs. Don't want to say it, but
Come on, dude.
kids. But dude, I think no doubt Mudding's the best too. Especially, let me pull it up here. Come on, man. Can't hate on this.
Oh no, I don't think anyone is.
Come on, man. But yeah, that is my number two. on to the best one.
Yeah.
Number one. Conan.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure y'all would have guessed it for sure. Tokyo Revengers. Would you guys be shocked though if that was my number one?
my God,
Trolled
it feels
this whole
Tokyo
list.
Revengers. End this call right now.
But I this one I'm not gonna talk about as much just because I do want little bro Boggs to watch it eventually.
No spoilers, sir. No spoilers.
But this show is what is going on? Absolutely goated in my opinion for sure. From the character, world building, and in my opinion, the best power system in anime. Maybe Mo can justify too. It is not
Debatable.
not
It's very, very well fleshed out, but debatable.
and not what is it called? What's the power system for One Piece? Devil Fruit's power system or hockey, whatever that is. This one, it's so complex and so detailed. Like, I wouldn't see why it's not the best power system. Definitely one of my favorites. And this one is
They slap a little hexagon chart and it suddenly becomes complex.
dude, it is. I can't read that, John, but
It's cool, but
I'm just-
it's one of those where they can just kind of make up anything. You know, it's very open. So I'll give it its points for ability for creativity, but I feel like as it'll go on, as we see more of people's powers and stuff, it's kind of like it'll be the same as One Piece eventually. You know, where it's like, whoa, hold up.
I feel like that's just so hard to
makes
avoid,
sense,
right?
But yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
as you get the power creep, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So
but it's like because there's different like conjurer type and enhancer types and stuff like that. I like seeing like Gon's ability and stuff like that. Why he can do that. I like that a lot. Or like the specialists, of course. Like when you get the OP characters, they're like there's a reason why they're OP. It's because they're a specialist and then user, right? But,
yeah, but I mean that stuff was only really heavy in that beginning arc with Bisk, and then I feel like it's really never touched upon again after that. Like, the initial group's types, but then later on, like that doesn't really, at least from what I remember, doesn't come into play. Like, for example, when they're fighting the spiders, like, oh, they're like so and so is gonna fight so and so because it's a good match and stuff like that. So I mean, that's the only thing where it's like it's touched upon and it's fleshed out, but then it's never really used in detail later on. So I think that's where I give it its knock, you know.
Because I know in like some OP battles, it'd be like you don't want them to know what kind of user you are. They haven't shown that example, but like it's easier for the opponent to read, right? That's what she was saying. Biscuit.
Yeah.
Bisky. But yeah. I mean, so many good arcs, man. Such a good watch.
Yeah, definitely some goated arcs, man. I mean, what's besides Chimera arc? Because I think that's majority of people's favorite, right? What's the standout arc for you?
I it's truly like all of them, but I like New City one, like this one. I do like Greed Island too. I know some people hate that arc, but
Greed Island's my favorite. That's even almost more than Chimera arc.
I think
the climax of Chimera arc is unmatched, but I think overall I like Greed Island more. As
like the
whole.
concept, right? I wish there was a better like ending villain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, I like how it like kind of progresses the story in a way too. You know, like it's in a way like a checkpoint for Gong. So, like how for the overarching story of what Gon's trying to do.
And it does lead it into the best arc, the Ant arc, immediately too. I like that part. And in this, I feel like the Greed Island arc, they grow the most, like power level wise too.
Yeah. That's when you get to see them really start to apply the stuff they learned with Bisk in do some crazy stuff.
Because remember,
So
I think they're with Biscuit in Greed Island because they're training for such a long time. They
is she the? Are they with her in Bisque Island? I
Greed
couldn't
Island, yeah,
remember honestly.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Greed Island.
That's where
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
they learn about Nen, but in the Greed Island, that's where they make their special abilities. They start,
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
but it's such a
Their special
long,
powers and
it's
stuff.
pretty long arc. So you get all that, and then of course you get to see their special abilities more going to Killua, but it was a good arc. I don't know why people sleep on that arc for sure. It's strange. It is a good arc, and then dude, I couldn't even think of a top 3 characters, man. All these characters are. You got Killua, man. You got these two boys, Illumi and Hisoka, OP characters. A character I think when you start watching it, Boggs, you're gonna like is Komugi and Meruem, because they do have a little romance, you know.
Oh,
Oh man.
Huh?
It's a forced narrative, man.
No, it is. Especially that I wanted to put it, but it's too much of a spoiler. That Mo, the ending picture where it goes black and
Yeah, yeah.
boom. Oh my god, I was tearing up with that. But Meruem is one of my favorite characters. OP, but just it's mostly because of Komugi though. Without her, he'd be a savage.
that Komugi one kind of looks like the Puzzles and Dragons collab.
Was she a character in that one? I know Meruem was, but
Yeah, I don't remember too much. I just remember I had Gon.
Oh yeah, Golden and Kilo is super OP, right?
Yeah, he was like the dark with the lightning, dual combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the whole board to what blue and
Purple, yellow.
blue and pink, yeah, purple.
Dude, and then also another one of my favorite spiders, Shizuku. Man, I love her character design, and she's always clueless, but she's kind of OP, right? And
her vacuum is OP, man.
Yeah, I like her fit all the time too. She's so calm, but low-key pretty evil. I don't want to say too much. I don't know how much you read after manga or after anime, but you start to learn a lot more about the spiders, which makes the story even better, in my opinion.
Oh man, I've got the 3 most recent volumes sitting next to me right here on the bottom of my must-read stack, so I'm working towards it, man.
Let's flip that stack around.
Too much. Got too much, dude. Hunter x Hunter takes me way too long to read, man.
Especially
the average manga takes me 2.5 hours to read. The Hunter x Hunter is 4 hours, man.
Oh my god.
It's because
it's
there's so much
the
dialogue.
book and find the page. Yeah, dude. Let me count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 speech bubbles on 1 page, man.
Yeah.
That's an average page.
I like it because he barely posts chapters, so I'm happy. But then when you're reading it, it's so much and it's so complicated,
Yeah, dude. You gotta reread it a couple times. And it's
it is a treat. I would say it, but I don't think there's gonna be any more anime arcs unless they finish the manga, dude. But if they do, I'll be the first one to watch it. Maybe that would get Boggs into his groove to actually watch it. I believe we're on day 98 today, Boggs.
Man, my watch and read list is ever growing.
It's cold, Mo, because the last couple times I sent it to him, he just keeps saying, one day, mate.
Days you gotta get your own excuse, bro.
I had excuses, but it's every day, so it's all right, I'm just gonna say one day, man.
Come on, man. You telling me you'd watch? Hold up. This stuff, but not Hunter x Hunter.
You're about to pull up Tokyo Revengers. I watched that bullshit because you said second season was gonna be good. Oh, dude, come on! What I say about the Clan ads?
All I'm saying.
The thing with Clan ad is
make the list.
Clan ads if it weren't for After Story, I don't know if that's even a hot take, but yeah, After Story incredible. Normal Clannad, it's alright.
Enough. Give you five. But yeah,
Come on, man.
hopefully hear that on your list. But
Maybe.
that was my top 10 animes right now. Did anything shock you guys or positioning wise? Maybe one was lower or
Mm,
higher than y'all thought, or pretty
I don't know
predictable.
about Mo. I feel like top three is one I saw coming. Um,
hmm
I think
I think top
order
one for sure.
two.
You guys seen coming for sure.
Yeah. Like I consider like you know maybe he might dress up at one because of its future like potential contents too. But then again, like you mentioned in the very beginning, just one season, you never know. It could get much better. It could get much worse.
Hope for the best though.
So yeah. So I thought like top three, no surprises there for me. All Taxi's one that uh I would have maybe expected it maybe on your honorable mentions.
hmm
Uh
That's such a good show though, man.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well,
dicey.
it like I don't know if Mo has any shows that he thought I don't want to say like didn't deserve to be on the list. I feel like for me, I definitely do see the appeal for pretty much all the shows. Like even the shows I haven't seen, like B Stars. I know you've talked about it a lot too, so I know how much you like the series. Well, yeah, the shows I've watched as well, like uh, maybe shows
Kaguya.
that I wouldn't put it on my list, but I could totally understand.
Justify. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing I don't believe shouldn't have been on the list. I guess the only one I'm surprised you didn't mention, just from how often I've heard you mention it before, was Nyonya Beauty.
I was thinking about
I
that,
thought
man.
that one, like when we got to top three, I thought that was going to be in your top three. I don't know how much you actually liked it, but that's why I was surprised not to see that one. Like after it was top two, I was like, okay, is it going to be number two then? I totally forgot how much you liked My Dress Up Darling, but I was
uh,
thinking like, oh shit, he actually really likes this one. But
Yes, sir.
after hearing My Dress Up Darling, I was like, okay, then yeah, I knew Hunter x Hunter was going to be number
yeah,
one. So.
yeah.
For sure.
I feel like
I like No No
it's
Beauty,
hard to
but
like you don't want to flood the honorable mentions as well.
and then like
Um,
even like Umada-chan, I started watching and I was like
mhm.
maybe put one of these in there, but I was like I won't put either one. Then I'll just put Barakamo. But
I think that show kind of represents that. I guess I don't know if Barakamon's like really moe, but that genre at least somewhat encapsulates it.
but Boggs, did you expect the show like most? Mo, I know Mo said no no, but a show that maybe you thought was on my list.
I'd say Girls Last Tour.
Mm,
Call of the Night. I expected to be on Quince. Uh, like I think All Taxi and Cyberpunk's one. I didn't expect it to be on. I guess your list. Uh,
Cyberpunk, man, too
but
good.
like I said, like I'm like completely justifiable, and you did justify it. But yeah, it's not like it caught me off guard or anything like that. Like once you mention it, it's like okay, like I see it. Um, but yeah, I think like Mo said, no non beauty.
Ping pong as well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
ping
that's a good
That's
show
pong.
another
too.
one.
Yeah, ping
Surprised that
pong,
wasn't an honorable mention.
and yeah, I like. I know we talked about Girls Last Tour quite a bit. That's why, like, I don't know how much you like it, but I
I
thought
do
that,
like it, but
yeah. I mean, top 10's a very
it's hard,
tough.
man. Like I was going through my
Yeah.
mail and I had to drop some tens to nines and eights just because it wasn't on the list, man. I was like, do I like this as much as this show? It's really hard. And again, some other day, maybe no no was in there and B Stars was out or Cyberpunk was out, but It's hard.
Also, I guess it's a little late to say this, but TV series top 10 or anime series, um, not movies, no movies included.
That would be correct.
uh, but yeah, like Mo said, yeah. Now that he mentioned it, definitely that one. I would have expected on your list, I guess.
Should have put Hunter x Hunter as 10. Threw you guys off.
Yeah, would have had us excited for the rest.
Come on. I flipped the order. Cyberpunk was number 1.
Guys, I got something to admit.
I messed
fucked
up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it to the end. That'd be embarrassing, man.
Oh wait, why is number 1 Cyberpunk? Oh shit, guys, I think I messed up.
But yeah, other than that, guys, I think I'm all good. I'm excited to see your guys' top 10 as well. To see maybe where some shows are on our list together. Same, but happy with this one. Hope you guys liked the list and added some to the watch list. The never ending watch list.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely some added. Thank you for making this list, and I guess viewers, if you disagree, feel free to bash him in the comments.
Come on, man.
And doing your top 10 made me realize how much of your recommendations I haven't gotten around to. So
Come on.
been watching a lot of Boggs' recommendations, so I'll get around to your stuff. Boom.
Too much
Promise,
Planet.
Hey,
Planet
Mo,
and what was the other one?
do you really want to watch his recommendations after that Under Ninja disrespect in the beginning?
No, that was a legit. Oh, no.
Landers, not welcome here, Boom. We're gonna have to talk about your role in this afterwards.
Fine, I'll create thumbnails. Yes, sir. But other than that, thanks for listening. Peace out. Stay frosty.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys.
Peace.